Frank Castle, your Sorcerer Supreme. This is Fearless, live from the garden. I don't have much time today before it gets dark back here and my phone's about to die. But I didn't want to miss out on today's little adventure. As you can see, I'm wearing a sweatshirt. It's 100 degrees out here. It's like 90. And there's a breeze. I had to cover up because I had to get some yard work done that Mom asked me to do, and the mosquitoes have been crazy back here. But yeah, let's go for a walk. Come with me while I close everything up today. So, first of all, how are you? Greetings to everyone. I hope you're all doing well. I appreciate you here with me. And hey, Lexi, I'm glad you're here. Taking a walk down the alleyway, close up the fence. Okay, so I had an interesting experience today. I want to get right to it, and then I'll show you around the garden because it's pretty intense. We turned the cement into a wonderful, wonderful place. If there's some interruptions, I apologize. I'm getting text messages, but I can't see anything while I'm doing this. Okay, so I've been having issues for the last 2 weeks, but more like a week and almost 2 weeks. Right, so it's been not inside my chest like my heart, but like across. Nothing in my arms, although today it got really intense. I didn't know what the hell was wrong with me. I would have to like lay down. It would feel weird. I don't know if I I'm pretty good with descriptions, but this was like not a numbness, but it was like an uncomfortable, weird feeling that would come through me. So I started to get really nervous. So I was trying to explain this to Paula. I don't want to go to the doctor. I don't want to do anything. Joe, you got to stop texting me while I'm live. So I thought it was my lungs. It wasn't my lungs. I take giant deep breaths. I went from 235 pounds at the wedding. I'm down to 207. And maybe it's a little bit much on me that I'm losing this much weight this quick. And then I'm building muscle around that, which I haven't had in a very long time. And if you want to say hello to everyone, I'm live.
Hello, everyone.
Paul is here. All right, so I had smoked with Paula. We were chilling in the bedroom. We were talking about some stuff. And here, let me before we go any further. Shout outs to everybody in the chat. It's really hard to see the chat. Yo, I'm a fire elemental. Put your elemental signs up in the chat. Let's show them who we are and what we're made of, and what we're here to do, right? I'm a Leo. I'm a fire elemental. So as soon as I'm done with this, I'll put that up in the chat with you as well. I love you guys so much. So I want to say thank you too, because the watch time and the likes and all the clicks, and the shares and the love that I've been feeling, I've been getting from you guys. This is amazing. It's amazing. And I'm sorry I was gone for so long, but I'm out of the cocoon and I am ready to rock and roll. I even made a bunch of shorts last night, and I got to put one out a day, but I made a whole bunch. So there's going to be a whole bunch of info coming out, whole bunch of new music. Shout out Sons of the Sun. Check out the music. It's awesome. It's filled with all the high frequency futuristic nostalgia you can shake a stick at. Paul is like, I could shake a pretty big stick, bro. That didn't sound right. Or did it?
Jiggle it.
Anyway, okay, so it came across me today while we were having the conversation, and I had to lay back in the chair. Like it was like coming in waves, and then it kind of stopped. And then today when I started talking, it happened really hardcore. Like it just came through my chest. My arm got numb a little bit. And I was like, I gotta Oh my God, what's happening to me? I paced. I had to go to the bathroom a few times. You know, I don't mean to give you all the particulars, but just in case this is happening to someone else as well. I just turned 50 years old. Everything's all health now, and it's been for a while, but now it's really kicking in. So I laid back, and I thought I was going to go out. I thought I was going to faint. I thought I was going to die, actually. I started to feel really weird, but it was not in my heart. It was not in my lungs. So then I start thinking, do I have a clogged artery or something? Do I have like, and then it's like right over here somewhere, like in the chest, but not in the heart. And it's like running up this way, but it's been coming in waves and all kinds of weird stuff. And my guides literally told me the other day, it's not what you think it is. Sorry, I gotta blow my nose. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I lay back and I begin to fade away from, oh, hey, Charlie. I begin to fade away from reality, and I start to see my guides, and I'm like, oh, shit. And I go, greetings, everyone. If there's ever been a time that I would think that I would need you guys to really honestly help me out in a scenario, this would be that time. This is why. I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, and I don't want to do this for my own reasons, and you know the reasons, right? The minute you go, you're under their rule. If you go to the hospital or the doctor, and we're supposed to be walking through this. I'm not into the hospital mess and getting sick like that anymore. Like, I just don't want to be part of it, right? Just like when I was in jury duty, the last time I was there, I was fucking lost. I was just standing there, and there's all these people, and it was really a bad day. And I put my head against the window. I was on one of the top floors of this building waiting to be called back into court. And I put my head on the window, and I was like, it looked like I could see all like the area around Manhattan and stuff. And I was like, do I really fucking need to be here anymore, man? Do I need this? Is this necessary? And I heard loud and clear, nope, you're done. And I was like, oh, okay, let's see how done I am. I went back into court. They called me up and they sat me down, and they said to me, the guy's here for this reason. And the reason was like, these guys were robbing people, and they were jumping them, and they really fucked this kid up, this young kid. And his family was there, and the lawyers were there, and they were like, we're choosing jury members. Have you ever been, mugged or whatever? I says, oh, because I was a federal inspector, so they were like, oh, you're perfect for this. You have to be impartial. You have to be impartial. I was like, fuck this bullshit. I was like, if you look into my record, you'll see that I was once a victim of the same exact crime, because I was down the block from my house, a couple blocks down, when I was a younger guy, much younger. And this girl got punched in the face in front of me, and I got involved, and all these men beat the living shit out of me. I got stabbed in my chest. I had my shoulder bitten off. My jaw was broke. I was missing all of these teeth, were in my mouth still, but pushed all the way into the back. I got stabbed in the chest. My shoulder, that was completely like flipped over the other way. My knee was kicked in backwards. I mean, these were men, and I was like a young guy. And there was a whole bunch of people there, and nobody would jump in. So I didn't give a shit. I fought everyone off. I was standing in the street screaming, come on! I pulled a knife out of my chest. I was losing my shit, and one of my friends jumped in, and he was there for about 40 seconds, and he looked worse than I did, which was unreal, unfucking real. So they like looked my shit up, and it's right there in the police reports. And they were like, oh, no, we don't want this guy. So I was like, wow, that's amazing how sauce works. They paid me $40. They let me go. I was home by 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I've never been back since. It's been 20 years almost. No, 15 years. Yeah, I was still at work. I haven't been at work since 2013. So I'm laying there telling them the same thing. Like, if there's ever been a time, this is necessary that I go through this. And I heard, no, it's not necessary you go through this. And I was like, what? I was like, that's good news. And they're like, you need to lay down. So I was numbing, and they were like, no, put your hands at your side and relax. You have to really relax. Take a deep breath. I was like, okay. I was like, Paula, they're talking to me. There's something going on here, man. I don't feel right. She's like, what do you want me to do? Yeah, is there anything I could do for you? I was like, no, I gotta go through this. So it felt like I was like strapped down, but I was sitting in a chair. This chair is really deep, and like you could like lounge into it and kind of put your, because I have the neck problem, I put my neck on the back of it. It's really low, so you could really stretch out. And I sunk into this fucking thing, and I was like, oh my goodness, I don't hey, what's up, Baz? So I lay back, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I go, Ancestors, I need you. And I look around this way, and I see black Aboriginal tribeswoman. There was, the medicine woman was right here next to me, and she was like this older lady, and she looked at me and she was like, don't you worry. She's like, I need you to lay down and relax. I know we keep telling you this, but you need to relax. You'll be able to do it. They were saying it in the way they say it, but they were speaking English, which was wild. So I looked this way, and there was a warrior guy. He was one of the men. He was bald, had some chains on his neck. They were like those rings, but they weren't like propping up his whole neck. They were just a couple. He had like a hula skirt on kind of thing going. And he said, no, you need to not move. Breathe in. And men were strapping me down, like as if I was on a table. And I got really relaxed. I put my hands up like this. They said, put your hands down. I said, okay, oh shit. Put my hands down. Felt it go through my chest again. I said, I'm not going to make it through this. I said, I don't know what you're going to do. And he says, all right, hold on. He blows smoke over me, over my whole body. And now there's like this huge cloud of smoke over me. And I'm like, whoa. And I started to get numb from the feeling anything. I was like, oh, that's weird. Then he had this long, which looked like the Rape tube, the administer, where it's really long, and they blow it into your nose. Hey, get out of there. And so he blew into this nostril something. It wasn't Hape, but he blew it in. I was like, oh, my face. And then the woman, she jammed one in to this nose and blew it in. And I was like, oh, my everything was bugging out. Like, and I felt it going through my whole body as I was breathing. They're like, you have to relax. So I was like, all right. And do whatever it is you need to do. Just, I'm relaxed. I just don't want to have a fucking heart attack in front of my wife. And he fucking splits me open. And it just, and I'm like, what the fuck? And he pins it down, and I could see inside of me. And it was just lighting up as it was going by. And then it got real. It was so hard to do anything. It was like pulling my energy away. I was like, oh, I'm going to fucking die right here. And he took that same stick, hey, Charlie, and he jammed it into one of my arteries, and just fucking blew. And I felt something move right next to my heart, right over here. Like just something broke away and was just like I was like, oh man, this is not good. This is not good. I gotta put my hood up. So get out of here. The medicine woman came over, and she went and sucked it, put the tube in right where that piece was going towards my heart, and sucked it out. She was like, and it looked like he was blowing in, and then she was sucking. I was like, yo, there's no way you're going to get all of that out of me. No way. They start going through my entire body, doing this, where he just jams the stick in to a different part and blows as hard as he can. And let me tell you, he was doing it. And I started to feel better, like pretty fucking quickly, but I couldn't move. I was like, oh, I'm just going to go through it. So I'm like, oh, you split me open or whatever. And he's like, no, you cut you open. So I was like, what? And they kind of showed it back to me, and he was me, right? And I really went like this, and I just opened my chest. But the fear made me think he was hitting me with like an axe and cutting me open, which was really, really weird. It was like when my head got cleared of the anxiety and stuff that I started having, everything just changed. And they said, we watch you every day. We're with you. We're your ancestors. We are literally you. I'm literally you. Me. I'm you. But we are all one. Right? And the medicine woman was like holding my arm. And I was like, I'm really feeling better. I appreciate it. She goes, you every day greet us. Every day try to do something a little better. And what you consider failure isn't been failure. You've been figuring out how to do it right. So just because it's happening out loud and you're like, fuck the day, and I'm so angry at everything, and then it just blows out, and then you're a gentleman the entire time. It's not like you're in people's faces doing this. It's like just a quick explosion out, and then, so I'm like, yeah, it kind of goes away. And she's like, you got to let it go. You can't think, oh, I failed again. She's like, you're trying, and then you're getting it right. And the fact that you're trying is enough for us, because all you have to do is be. You don't have to try to do anything, but you are trying to become the best version of yourself. And we respect that because it honors us. You talk to us, you respect us, you listen when we speak to you. I was like, because I love you, I respect you. And they're like, and we owe this to you. We don't, it wasn't owe, it was, we will do this for you because you've like earned this for us to do it anytime you need it. So this is, I said, why, I'm gonna need it again? They're like, no, we're not done. But anything we can do to push the forward progression of our DNA, we're gonna help you. We love you. And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. I was hugging him. I hugged him. So then he says, all right, you need to get up. And I said, oh, I'm a little weak in the legs, man. I feel a little weird. And he goes, do you still feel the pain? So I'm like, I don't feel any pain at all. But you were blowing that smoke stuff all over me. So I don't even know. And he goes, close up your chest. So I closed it. And he said, you know, you and Jimmy, Shaman Jimmy, a long time ago, I don't talk to him any longer, but we talked about having these ayahuasca experiences where we were able to heal people. And in the healing, we would have like this crystal, right? So let's just say my lighter's the crystal. So we'd have the crystal, and then the person who was injured or sick would be laying in front of us, and then they would be wide awake, and there would be like a song being sung. The fuck out of here. They would be singing songs, and it would get like this rhythm going. It was like a mantra. And then I just walk over and put my hand right here on like under the chest where the ribs end. And as I go like this with my hand, I'm just holding the crystal, the skin just opens. And I'm like, oh, and I'm really, I have a problem with that. Like, I'll faint if something like that happened. I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, so I pushed my hand in, and you heard the squish, squish, but there was no blood. There was nothing was coming out. And I was like, holy shit, I don't know what's happening here, but I reach in and do like a little scoop, and I pull out this little ball of black gooey shit, and I pull it up, and I put it in this little container thing. I like slop it down. I look, everything's done. So, and I just go, woo, and it just closes. Just like that. And he was having the same, we were drinking ayahuasca at the same time. I think he was in Florida. I'm up here in New York. So we report to each other what the fuck was going on. So he was like, oh, I was healing people with these crystals. I was like sticking my hands in them, but no blood got on me. I said, that happened to me. There was nothing on my hand. It was in my hand. There was no blood, but it was like the shit that needed to come out came out. And then I went like that, and it wasn't touching me any longer. I didn't have to like wash my hands and do that. I saw that it was, everything was just clean. And I was going, how is this possible? And they're like, question it, but don't sit on it too hard. They're like, you will just say and make the communication that this is what you're going to do, and it's just going to happen because you have control over all this stuff. And when you helping someone like that, if they agree to it, it'll happen. It'll be like your higher selves are working through each other to heal one another. And there's a lot of different versions of healing. So many different modalities, so many. And I've been a bit of a bitch ass in the past because a bunch of my cats had died in the past. And I'm like, well, isn't this a perfect time for healing? One night I smoked DMT because my cat Squeak was literally only had a few weeks to live. And I had just had this really crazy experience and with the cat. And I smoked and went in, and I was like, I'm not, it all started to get crazy, and I took 3 giant hits. Like, this is why I'm telling you, you could control this stuff. You don't have to be afraid of it. You don't have to be like, oh, I submit to the whole thing. I went in, I said, I've already done all the wonderful stuff. I'm not here for that tonight. And they just stopped everything and were like, well, what is it? And I said, I need a cat mother that's a medicine doctor that understands what's wrong with my cat. My fucking cat is going to die. Now's the perfect time to heal. And they came forward. Mother cat came out. She like unfurled in front of this big orange cat and just said to me, and she said it through like purring and making noises, that your cat's got to go. Contract's up. You can't rescue this cat. Has to come back to us, which is you, which is us. And the best thing you can do, and then she like showed me how to hold the cat, and like, she's like, when you're holding the cat, make the cat aware that you're breathing and you're there. Make like a with yourself when you're with the cat, and the cat will be like, oh, you're purring to calm the cat down because it's dying. So I learned all this crazy shit, but never did I learn how to heal. How to actually be like, boop, you're healed. And I've tried. I've sat back. I've tried to relax through it. I've tried to manipulate the scenario in different ways. But they were like, you're not there yet. You're not there yet. But it's going to occur. So with that being said, after today, now I'm going, I haven't had the feeling since this happened. Let me finish telling the story because I jumped around a little bit. So he walks me outside. I was upstairs on the second floor. Walks me down the steps, walks me out into the back. I start doing a couple of things right here. He says to me, how do you feel? You all right? So I'm like, whatever. I feel pretty good. And he's okay, you're going to lift weights now. You're going to show me that it worked. So I'm like, how is me lifting weights of any kind going to show you what you did worked with me? He's like, I need to see that you can take those weights. They were light. They're 10 pounds each. They're 2 kettlebells. But when you use 2 10-pound kettlebells, you sweat like a monster. My body's becoming rock solid. I can't explain it. It's like transforming. I feel like I did when I played lacrosse. I feel better than I did. My legs are beginning to get muscles where I didn't have muscles like on the insides of them. So and this is just from 10 pounds in each hand. And not doing a lot. I'm not doing a lot. I'm doing enough, but not too much. So 10, 15 minutes once a day, then going for a walk from doing nothing ever in years because of my injury. Okay, so I pick up the weights. I do like 30 shrugs. I get really good going. I do a couple of these. I do a couple over my heads. I do them proper. I do them flat like this. Just keeps going. I take this big giant breath. Yeah. I bend forward. I do rows for my back. I get those muscles right on the inside of my spine where the damage is to start building up around it and I do this whole thing. He's like, oh, you did pretty good. Gotcha. He's like, you did pretty good right there. I'm like, that really, I said, was that in my arteries and everything? He's like, yeah, we gave you a complete clean out. You're a guy that likes to kill it all, right? So with all the ivermectin and the fenbendinol, whatever, you did enough to cure if you were to ever have cancer, you don't. So don't worry about it. But you don't get rid of it fast enough. Your binding agent is good, but you weren't using the binding agent for a long time, which is charcoal. So all you got to do is eat some charcoal. They're in pill form. You just eat a couple times, 2 pills 3-4 times a day, or 5 times at night, 5 of them before you go to bed at night. And you'll see when you go to the bathroom what the binding agent pulls out of you. It pulls actual heavy metals out of you, and it's disgusting. It's not always pleasant to visually see, and it doesn't feel until it comes out like anything but straight fucking poison. Be like, I gotta go, bro. Like, there's no... And then as soon as you go, you become the nicest person. You're like, oh, I feel so good. It's a beautiful day today. Yeah, right? You get all the poisons out of you, all that shit out of you. But they're like, it's not enough. You just started this 2 weeks ago regimen of sweating real hard. You did a little jump rope. I did 20 jump ropes on a 3.5 inch thick rope, right? I figured I'll just do a couple because I'm trying to keep my build. I need to be lean and mean, right? Bah! But I can't lift weight like that. So I'm like, the jump rope will be good. So I did 20, couldn't breathe, came over here, sat down, poured sweat. And then I was like, the inner bitch in me said, oh, you done, right? You done. That's it. You done. You shouldn't have done that. You're going to be hurting for 2 days. Nah, everything's going to work, right? And I had been doing my neck exercises ritually every single day for a month. Just the neck exercises to get everything good. So I was like, nah, I think I could do more. And the inner bitch was like, no, and the sweat was pouring. I went up the alleyway. I jumped 40 times. I didn't have to stop. I didn't fuck up. I didn't mess up. I was doing it like Rocky, like boom, 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot, 1. I did 40, stopped, and I went. And mind you, I smoke blunts. Every once in a while, I smoke nicotine. I took a deep breath. The sweat started pouring, and I got so euphoric. I felt like I could do more, and I did 100 more, not nonstop. And everything was burning, but felt amazing. I was not even sore the next day. I swear to you, just my inner thighs from doing the jump. But I think the muscles, I've been fixing myself by tightening the muscles around my injury. I think I finally got it right. Anyway, so we're all on a path to healing. This is my point. We're all on our way to a path of healing, but the modality that you choose is up to you, and you have to go for it. You can't hope that I show up or someone else shows up or a med bed shows up. Like, I don't know or did know if I would or didn't have any problems that ivermectin could or couldn't cure. I just want to kill parasites, right? So I followed the protocol, and people are like, oh, you shouldn't do that. There's nanotech in it. I go under while I'm eating sometimes with the mushrooms. There's no nanotech in it. They might have some with nanotech in it, but this doesn't. So I'm eating pure stuff, right? And it's working. I shed all this weight on top of tightening and firming everything up and confirming all of my issues within myself. I believe in myself. I believe in my ancestors. I believe in the abilities we have. I believe that we can do this. I believe that it's coming. But I believe that we're almost just getting our feet wet, and others have done it. But as a collective, because I'm part of the collective, right? So I'll do certain things, and then you'll be like, what? And then you'll do certain things, and I'll be like, did you see that? Right? And we'll all have stories on how it's done and have to tell those stories so we know, what did you feel before the healing began? What did you feel before the arm healed itself when it was broken? We need to know how you did this, and everyone starts to tell their version of it, and we start to see what is the similarities in the scenarios that will tie the bigger picture together so that it becomes an easier practice for us to just do. That's it. It's part of the evolution, and the evolution is now. And I'm fucking shocked that this happened. It's amazing. I can't even believe. I don't know if my headpiece was supposed to be on. Can you guys hear me really good? I can't even tell if this was supposed to be on, and this is what's picking me up. All right, well, we'll just keep that in just in case. Holy shit. I would have been doing that the whole time. And not, oh, it was on. Okay. So this has all been going through my earpiece. Okay. So now I want to show you the art. I just want to say this. we're going to do like breathing exercises during the week, and in the morning we're going to do some stuff out in the garden because this place is great. The vibe is mad awesome, and you have to take the chance. You have to put it in the ground. You have to believe in yourself and do the right thing for you and know that what you're doing is correct and not being stubborn about it, because honestly, if it was the other way and they were like, no, you have to go to the hospital, bro, you're about to die, I'd have gotten the fucking Uber and went right to the doctor. All right, so it's up to us, right? And we're gonna do it. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna fucking do it together. All right, here's some of my garden. So maybe I should just flip the, can I flip it? Ah, the seating area. Nice. Everything was just cement. So we'll just walk through the yard a little bit. We made little areas so we can hang out and party. Sunflower growing, strawberries, ferns, cannabis everywhere. Little one getting to work here. Big one working really hardcore. We got bumblebees and all different kind of insects. We got a little place so Bebe can go because she doesn't come in the house. She doesn't like to be inside because the dogs and the other cats don't like her. This is my pineapple chunk. Woohoo, it's just as tall as me. My Amherst. What's up, everybody? So, yeah. I'm a real, so we're gonna go through this together. Oh, look, here's Sugar Pop right here. Hey, Sugar Pop. She lit me up before so bad. Oh, she was about to do it again. She got really mad at me before because I wouldn't sit on the floor with her. This is the fairy garden. So this is literally fairy garden. These are big ass chunks. Everything's up on a table right here. The table was an old table, and we didn't want to throw it out. It had a big metal frame. Nobody knew what to do. So we were like, let's keep it, put it in the middle of the yard. And I'm going to go up on the porch in a few seconds and show you guys everything. This is double grape right here. These are autos. They started budding. Wow, it smells fantastic. They started budding early. We got a rose bush growing. We got some moon rocks. Wedding glue. That was what I wanted to do. I got wedding glue because of the wedding. Okay, let's go over here and show you the big guys. The little guy down here is having a little problem. I overfed, so there's a little spots on her. But this is Alaska Thunderfuck. Sorry if I move the camera too fast. She's about 4.5 feet high. This is the candy shop. She's really big. She's exactly my height. Yeah, this is crazy. I never had anything like this before. We're becoming Alaska Thunderfuck in the back. And then my favorite right here, Batman OG. About 6.5 feet tall. The only spot with dirt in the yard that's actually in the cement piece. It's a little piece back by my little dungeon cover. We got flowers and blueberries, places to drink for the bees. Everyone's accounted for. Extra food for the extra cats. Sugar Pop being a little popper. This is new. Paula was like, I want stuff for the butterflies. So we got a butterfly bush. Potatoes. I don't know what that is. We got some mint. More strawberries. We had so many strawberries that we were able to make like a strawberry ice cream and a sorbet. It was delicious. I got 2 trees with me that are coming with me when we get the new house. All right, so this is basically the yard. Let me get up here because this is what we did. We took the empty frame. It's just stuff that you have instead of buying shit constantly. Right? So I took the frame from the tent and I just threw a shade cloth over the top and opened the frame. And then I connected the mosquito netting just across to the other side of the yard. I have these up everywhere. There's nets, right? So the cats can't get up and over, but we were really having a raccoon problem. The cats can get in and out of the yard so easily here. And all these other animals come in through that little spot right there, but I had to leave it open because anyone that did accidentally get in, because they climb over the roof of the garage, Bronx style, and they just jump into the yard. So yeah, my garage looks like a storefront, right? My grandfather was wild. Oh, here's another thing, water collection. That's a new thing. So it's up to Buddha. Water collection, very simple. I bought the piece that came to, actually they came together. I used a magnet and some string and stuff to hold it up there. When it rains, it comes right off the side. It goes right into that barrel, 48 gallons. And then in the mid spot, boop, I have another one that just collects, and then it has the screen over the top so we don't get bugs and stuff in it. And that literally helps us with the water bill and everything else that's going on around here. So it's pretty good. Mom just came out, and it's been an interesting day. It's been a hard-working evening tonight. Sweating my ass off.
Frank, the garbage has got to go out.
Oh, the garbage got to go out too.
Do you want me to pull it out?
No, I got it. I'm flopping around.
You sure?
Yeah, no, I'm positive. You see how I'm glowing about it? Glowing. How does the front look?
I didn't look.
Oh. Okay. Everybody online says, hi, Diane. Hi, Mom.
Hi, guys.
Hi, everyone. All right, so I can't really, I'm trying to open up. I can't open it. So I can't really see the comments. I could just see like the bottom four. So if you guys have any questions or comments, if you want to share with anyone else, now's the time to do it. Questions, comments. I'm glad I got to show you around. So you get, son of a bitch, you get to see what's happening around here, and you get to know a little bit more about me, because you're going to get to learn a lot more about me in the coming weeks. And it's not just because I realize this. It's not just because YouTube fucking said anything. It's really not. I realize that, like, our purpose here is to do this together. So no matter how far back into the background I think I sink into the background, oh, I cocooned, I had to be up here in a while, I can't talk to nobody, I'm only doing certain interviews, and then it's like, dude, you got to get back to work. You had all the time off, you lost all the weight, you got married, you did all the things you had to do, everybody's in good health, you just got a healing, you got so much to talk about, and you got to keep going. And I'm like, holy shit, let's fucking do this. Let's fucking go. All right. So sorry about all the cursing and everything, but I'm not sorry. I love you guys a lot, and it's really good to be back. If you guys could check out Sons of the Suns music. It's all the high frequency futuristic nostalgia that you can desire in one listening experience. Let the room just fill with the sound and enjoy yourself and let it rip. Shout outs to Fearless family. Thank you so much for being here. Every single one of you that has spent even a moment here with me, thank you so much. Click like. If you haven't subscribed, you know the deal. Subscribe. Don't let me find you out there in the spirit realm just fucking lacking like that, because I'll be like, yo, hit that button, bro. Just kidding. I love you guys. Have a great night. For the next talk, I'm going to let you know about my latest interaction with Shiva and the Dark Forces that thought they could play a little game with me. And what happened on that day. We'll get to that tomorrow. Love you guys, and we'll be going live from the garden. Peace out. Oh, stay fearless, and remember, the universe rewards bravery. Good night, everyone.